One thing that I have practiced on this weight loss journey is not finishing my food.
Hey people, welcome back to the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe. Losing weight effectively starts with making smarter food choices. One key strategy is portion control. Using smaller plates, bowls, and utensils can help you eat less foods without deprived. Avoiding eating straight from the package, instead serve a reasonable portion and put the rest away to prevent mindless overeating. So kindly watch the following videos I've put together and I'll be back to share my own thoughts. Please don't go away.
I get it. Having portion control, eating smaller portions is extremely difficult in the beginning because your body's getting used to, and you're really training your mind, your body, and your stomach to get used to eating these smaller portions. So this is something that I do to help me stay consistent when I'm eating out. So when I'm at home, I can control the portions, but when I'm out or I order takeout, I have way more in front of me than I would typically serve myself. So for example, I got Chipotle today and all I did was eat half of the actual bowl. And I'm not hungry because I make sure to add things to my bowl. So I get the sauteed peppers, onions, pico de gallo, the corn, double the chicken because they're stingy. We already know they're stingy. It wasn't even, truly, this was like a regular portion of chicken, but I paid double, but whatever, that's neither here nor there. So as you can see, half of that, we'll save the rest for later. And I allow myself to have something sweet after I eat. So today it's grapes, but if you're looking for something more high protein, it can be yogurt, it can be a yummy protein bar, I don't know. And the biggest thing is really listening to your hunger cues. So maybe you ate half of the bowl, but you're still hungry. After I eat this and I drink water and I'm still hungry, it's okay to honor your hunger, but sometimes we really have to sit with it and just ask ourselves, am I really hungry or am I looking to just eat more because it's what I have in front of me? I promise y'all, it's a little difficult in the beginning. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it eventually gets easier to the point where I can't even finish that whole bowl if I wanted to.
Here are 4 things that I have been doing to start paying closer attention to my fullness cues and to stop eating when I am satisfied but before I am too full. I'm Allie. I'm working on losing another 10 to 15 pounds. I've been calorie counting to do this, but I'm about to start moving away from calorie counting. The first thing that I'm doing is regularly checking in with myself during a meal to find out and ask myself, do I still feel hungry or am I starting to feel full? And if the answer is I'm still hungry, then I keep eating. And the more I do this, the easier it's becoming, the easier it is for me to really tune in and say, no, I don't want any more. Slowing down when eating is really important here. Set your fork down, take a couple of breaths, take your time, giving your brain time to realize that, like, hey, your stomach is feeling good. You can probably stop eating soon. The second thing is that you know how when you're really hungry, that first bite of food tastes really good? If you've never noticed that before, pay closer attention at your next meal. Being hungry makes food taste better. So notice how good that first bite tastes. And even take a second to construct the most perfect bite and notice how delicious it is. So then as your meal goes on, start to pay attention and notice when the food doesn't taste quite as good anymore. And maybe you're chasing that good first bite again. And when those later bites are not tasting as good anymore as that first bite did, that is a sign that you are starting to become satisfied. So let that be your heads up that pretty soon you're going to be done. The third tip, and maybe this is something that you've heard before, is using smaller plates. This is really working for me though. Somehow when you see a smaller plate full, you feel less deprived, and it also makes it easier to eat less food. And tip number 4 is start leaving at least one bite behind on your plate. Leave one bite of something on your plate. We don't belong to the Clean Plate Club anymore. Because whether you're counting calories or not, calories still count. If you give these things a try, I would love to know if they work for you.
This is my current physique. I have lost 63 pounds. I'm currently 127 pounds and I am 5'10". So I feel a little bit qualified to speak on this topic, okay, because I've been through this, all right? One thing that I have practiced on this weight loss journey is not finishing my food. I used to love food so much. I used to love food. Food was literally my best friend. And I would eat and just eat and eat until I was stuffed and uncomfortable. Now there are certain portions that I cannot have, that my body would not allow me to have. My stomach could not possibly contain. I mean, at this stage, when I eat past a certain amount now, I feel so sick, like I'm about to throw up, genuinely sick, okay? I mean, sweaty sick. The way that I've trained my body and my mind, my brain to portion control is by not finishing my plate. I always leave something on the table. I don't care. I don't care. I always leave something on the table. When I go to a restaurant or even when I eat at my house, I eat very mindfully, and I make sure, even if it's a bite, even if it's 2 bites, whatever the case may be, because a lot of us are eating so much out of scarcity, out of lack. And second, when you do not finish your plate, you're taking control back. Your relationship with food, you're taking control back. You're saying, I am choosing, whether you're full or not, whether you're satisfied or not, you decide at that point. You take the control back and decide, I am choosing to let go. I am choosing not to finish my plate. I am choosing to stop here. I could go on if I wanted to, but I'm choosing to stop. Okay? You take the control back. This is a powerful practice. This is a powerful practice. I would strongly encourage you, if you have this tight relationship with food, this emotional attachment to food, I would strongly encourage you to try this.
Okay, I'm gonna read you some of the habits that I'm learning in my nutrition cert to kind of like lose weight and to just get a better relationship with food in general. Okay, there's 3 that I'd recommend if you're like really new to eating mindfully and slowly, or if you don't even know what the fuck that means, because like who really does? So first, you're gonna wanna use a meal timer, and all that means is like check the time that you started eating and the time that you finished. A lot of times we don't even know how fast or slow we are eating. There's not a set time, but let's say you're at 2 minutes versus 45. The person who's at 45 is obviously gonna feel a lot more satiated, and there's way more time for your brain to digest and to send those hormones of like, okay, shit, I'm full. You know, so the person who eats the exact same thing at 45 minutes is probably gonna feel a lot fuller and have a lot more energy because they have more time to digest as well. Okay, another one is to like actually do something between bites. So like if you're like eating and you just kind of like shoveling food in your mouth normally, put the fork back down and like talk to someone, or you could also get on your phone. And then the third one sounds kind of silly, but try to like wine taste your food. Like pretend like you're a wine taster and you're like there trying to smell it and like look at the color and like trying to bullshit what's there. Even if it's like the most basic meal, you have like a bowl of Chipotle, try to like experience it for the first time. Even though you're bullshitting and you're putting on a play, your brain's gonna be more inclined to sensing new things, and which will help you actually like slow down and then send signals that you're like full, and so you won't eat as much.
Well, don't forget to leave your comment in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. It is important to plan your meals ahead to avoid impulse decisions that lead to overeating, including lean portions. Vegetables and whole grains in your meals will keep you full for longer. Fiber-rich foods like beans, fruits, and whole grains can reduce hunger and curb cravings. Drinking water before meals can help you feel full, reducing your appetite. Sometimes people mistake thirsty for hunger. Try waiting for 10 to 15 minutes after drinking water before eating. If you are unsure whether you're truly hungry, eat slowly without distractions. It takes about 20 for your brain to recognize fullness, so rushing foods or eating whilst watching TV can lead to overconsumption. Avoid liquid calories from soda, alcohol, and sugary drinks. They can add up quickly without satisfying your hunger. Instead, choose water, unsweetened tea, or black coffee. Finally, get enough sleep and manage stress. Lack of sleep and high stress levels can increase your hunger hormones and lead to emotional eating. Losing weight isn't just about eating less, but about smarter consistency, patience, and healthy relationship with food are important for sustainable weight loss. Small daily changes add up to a bigger result over time. And remember, healthy is wealthy. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. See you in the next video and stay safe.